Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just coming over to Bitcoin, big up the CoinsKid crew. So Bitcoin's had another weekly close above a 21-week EMA. You're getting some kind of price compression here between the 55 and the 21, okay? So this particular indicator, a lot of people wrote on the previous video, what's that indicator called? I'll show you. It is called the 21 EMA bull bear market by TR. So clearly what we need to see here for us to get really bullish about a potential impulsive move to these highs is Bitcoin get a close back above that red line, which is a 55 EMA on the weekly time frame. And this is something I've been relaying to you all the way down here, you know, when we was trying to bottom out down here. I says we need to see multiple closes above the yellow line, which is a 21-week EMA, and then most importantly, getting your ass back above a 55 EMA, okay? It's data, basically. It's not bullshit, it's not hopium, it's data, okay? And if Bitcoin can get its ass back above a 55 EMA, I think you could be looking at a massive impulsive move here, a huge wave free, okay? I think what we're going through at the moment, providing we can hold this support of the 21-week EMA and we don't see closes below this and we remain green here, is we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got a clear impulsive wave here. If not, it's some kind of nasty C wave, a corrective wave or whatever. This could be classed as an impulsive wave that has to hold support and a retracement that we're going through. So this retracement was anticipated, providing we can hold this support and we don't see a weekly close below the 20-week EMA. I think Bitcoin is bullish, okay? And we just have to respect the data, okay? Respect the charts of what they're telling us right now. Clearly down here, we broke below the 20. That was a bearish signal, and we've been coming down ever since, okay? So at the minute, what I'm looking for the massive confident statement from Bitcoin is a golden cross where the 21 crosses the 55. That is a massive bullish statement that's never failed Bitcoin ever in its history, okay? So, you know, it's not an absolute certainty, but down here you can see you almost got the cross after being bearish and boom, broke back up, okay? Just there, came down in a bear cross, got the golden cross, back above the 55. See you later. Look at that massive impulsive move for Bitcoin. I don't necessarily think we're going to get something like that, but you know, we could get a lovely retracement coming back up or whatever, and it could be signaled by the bullish cross. We got one way back there in 2020 as well. Beautiful. Had that big ABC correction, got the death cross, quickly followed by the V-shaped recovery and the bullish cross. I mean, if you could go back there and buy that bullish cross, what would you do? So basically, if we can get our ass back above this 55 in the bullish cross, I think that's a really positive statement from Bitcoin. And it could just be something that you know you can kind of sit on the sidelines and wait for. But you know, personally, I think that what we've got is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to see this retracement that we're going through right now hold support. So it's all about the weekly 21 EMA on this particular indicator. I'll remind you, this indicator is called the 21 EMA bull bear market by TR. Drop it into your charts, okay? Close below the yellow line, bearish. Close back above that red line, which is a 55-week EMA, and go green. Super bullish for Bitcoin, okay? That particular level of resistance that we need to see Bitcoin closing above is 25271, which is a 55 EMA on the weekly time frame for me, okay? That absolutely rock solidly confirms the bottom right there for Bitcoin. So we've not quite done it yet. What we've done, we've ramped up into the resistance. We're consolidating between. Everyone's getting a bit, you know, scared that we're going to dump again or we're going to pop to the upside or whatever. So it's a bit indecisive at the minute. And like I said to you, it is something you could wait for the breakout or wait for the breakdown before jumping into a short or long, you know, or spot position or whatever. But I do try and find trades on a daily basis for you, okay? I have been absolutely nailing these trades on the altcoins on Twitter. If you've got to follow me on Twitter, we've been doing really well on some of these altcoins. We're tracing into the weekly 55. Once you see those coins retrace into the 55, jump onto other coins that have not retraced into the 55 on a weekly time frame. I did make a massive list of them that have not done it the other day, okay? So they're opportunities. Like I've always said to you, Bitcoin is like a big steam train. It takes a lot of momentum to get it going, but when it gets going, it's looking really healthy. Altcoins are your pick because that's where you see the greater appreciation. But anyway, let's dive into the hourly chart and see what we can see for Bitcoin, okay? So looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame, we are coming down, we're correcting. What we don't want to see is an impulsive move off this high, okay? We don't want to see sort of 5 waves down here like this, a big ABC coming back up, and then another 5 waves down like that, coming down and losing a key level of support, which I'm going to show you would be really bad, okay? So we've got all this room to play with at the minute until Bitcoin can say it's bearish, or technically breaking this high, it's super bullish. So what we can do, we can drop another little line in here, an exponential moving average. What we're going to do is go to indicators at the top, search for EMA, moving average exponential, click it, it drops into your chart, okay? Go to this little arrow here, go all the way to the bottom, and you can see the EMA is the last one on your chart. So what we're going to do is click the cog, we're going to go along and we're going to go to inputs, change the time frame to week, 1 week, then put the length to 20, like that, okay? change the style to whatever colour you want, but personally I'm going to keep it green because that's the bull market support, and I'm going to make the line really, really thick like that. So that in a minute, that, looking at all this, regardless of what it does, that is your support. If you start to see Bitcoin losing that on the daily, on the weekly, on the 4 hourly, and it starts to turn into resistance, get the hell out of Bitcoin. Really is that simple. Until then, we can't ignore what we're doing, and we're breaking above this, okay? We're breaking above it on the weekly, on the daily. We're getting above this support, and we're confirming right now that Bitcoin is looking pretty tasty for continuation until it loses that green line. Do you understand? So at the minute, I'm a little bit more biased towards the fact that all we're doing is correcting, just like we did here. We've got this big ABC correction, coming back down support for continuation, and providing Bitcoin can stay within here and not lose this green line, okay, and break this red line, it's super, super bullish. Lose this green line, it's super, super bearish, because Bitcoin will be doing something that's always led to new lows or a greater retracement to the low in which you've come from when you see a loss of the weekly 20 EMA. It really is that simple, okay? So we need to keep this into the charts going forward. It's a weekly 20 EMA, and I remind you to get that again, go to the cog of the EMA, go to inputs, 20, time frame, 1 week, style. I've got mine green. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, okay? So that particular level is our bull market support going forward. If we start to see that lost, then you've got a big short, exit markets and all that kind of business. Until then, we're going to try and find the retracement levels we need to hold as support for the continuation of the trend. So I think that what we've got here, we've got this breakdown, beautiful ascending triangle, boom, 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 broke down, come all the way back down. We've found the first support target that was looking at. Like I said to you, put some bids down here, and I did post this on Twitter as well. I'm making a video and ride it back up into this key resistance. Now, why that resistance? Because look at this God candle that melted through the support, okay? We've retraced back to it to confirm it as a resistance. So at the minute, Bitcoin is caught between this support and this resistance. I think a break of this resistance could indicate that this was your actual bottom just there for Bitcoin, and this was a correction, and you're looking at another impulsive move here for Bitcoin, which is going to take out this high. I think taking out this high here is absolute, super bullish for Bitcoin going forward. But anyway, it's not done it yet, so we can't get too excited, but it's a possibility, isn't it? So until we lose this, there's a possibility of breaking this, and if we break that, that's super bullish. If we lose this and turn it into resistance, that's super, super bearish, okay? So this will always keep coming up, okay? And Bitcoin avoids it like the plague when it's bullish. It doesn't want to come back to it, okay? Only on a weekly time frame will you start to see it wick down to it and go again, okay? So anyway, at the minute, it can afford to have a big ABC correction, come back all the way back down to it, find it and go again like that, okay? But it does usually avoid it like the plague on the way up and on the breakouts, okay? It's only when it gets really overextended that it does come back to that particular level. So at the minute, there's lower levels of support, high levels of support, that can kind of give the game away. One of those is on the daily time frame. This 55 EMA, in my opinion, is coming up to this low here. So if Bitcoin is not bottomed here and is running to these EMAs and it goes again, then this would be a massive level of support for me where, I would, not financial advice, I would go heavily into Bitcoin with a really tight stop loss down there, okay, at 22316 or wherever the 55 EMA is at the time. If we're putting an ABC correction like this, coming back down to support, okay? So that's basically Bitcoin, At the minute, I'm riding the waves. We've got little shorts, little longs, up and down. It is what it is. We're trying to find the moves. We've got a clear breakdown here. Came back down to support. Like I said to you and posted on Twitter, lovely area to go long. Ride it up to this resistance. Take profit on that. And right now, what I'm looking at, I'm actually short on Bitcoin because we've got some kind of double top just there. So there is a bit of a resistance here. Let me show you. So just there, I've took profit. I've gone short, and I've put my stop on this high just there, okay? So this is a level here. We've got a beautiful little descending triangle, with a technical breakdown target from there to there, and at the minute you can clearly see that the technical breakdown target's not actually been met. And just like this God candle just there that melted through support, I need to get that knob on, we've not come up and back tested it yet. So if you're not really short on Bitcoin, that could be a really good area to go short on Bitcoin with your stop loss on this high, okay? And obviously if it comes up, it gets invalidated and you get stopped out, and it is what it is, and then we can reevaluate. But at the minute, I think that we are going through a correction. I think a lot of the coins look like they want to come down a little bit more. If it is the case, then this correction's not over, and I think it's looking for the daily 55 EMA. That would be invalidated if we start to see Bitcoin bust a move here and take out this local high, okay? If it starts to take that local high, you could say the correction's here, we double bottomed on this level here, which is this previous resistance, back test to turn of support because of the God candle. But this area here, we equally did the same. So for me, that would be your final leg down, and there's a bit of confluence just there that it's actually lining up with a daily 55 EMA for Bitcoin, and that would be a really, really strong area of support for me. And again, all the way down here is your absolute bull market support band right now from CoinsKid. Okay, hope you enjoyed that update. Remember, you can go short, you can go long, you can do all this on Bybit. Amazing sign up bonuses. Don't be a degen. Don't go in with your life savings, and learn to ride the waves. Okay, take care everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.